Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. This is Susan for SLC Aquatics coming to you live tonight with a very special broadcast, the FISHFAM couples live stream. And as you see on the screen, my better half,
hello,
Mr.
everybody.
Rod Core, Mr. SLC Aquatics. Can you all hear him and myself?
Can you hear me?
And we'll give them a few seconds because there's a 15 to 20 second delay. I want to say hi to everyone that has joined us in the chat. We've got Angie, aka Mrs. B. We've got HC Aqua. We've got Mr. B's. We've got Daryl Deemer. We have Diego at Pet Sonics. And I believe I saw Madfish Diva come in. Hey, Char. Hello, Eileen Mack. And I believe that's it for right now. And I wanted to say thank you all for joining us on this weekend, this Valentine's weekend. And we have some guests that have already logged on. So at this time, I'm going to introduce Mr. and Mrs. B's. Go ahead and say hi, guys. You're live.
Hi, guys.
We got Angie and we've got Brandon, Mr. and Mrs. B's Fishing Things. And we've got a few others that I've shared the link with, and we're waiting for their response. But we will be kicking this off in a few minutes. I'm gonna probably just chit chat with everybody for about 10 or 15 minutes. If y'all have anything that you want to chat about in the chat, we're going to lean over there. And I've asked everybody to check their emails. And we've got some question and answer that's going to be going on today. We've got some first, second, and third prizes. And we've got certificates of participation, and everybody that participates today will receive a certificate and also a complimentary what are those things called? Sticker. SLC Aquatic sticker. So here's what the stickers look like minus the glare. And Rod's got the certificates over here on his side. Sorry, babe. Something fell. Was that your Bluetooth?
No, my glasses.
Your glasses. And this is what the certificate of participation is going to look like. It's got two fishes kissing. So I thought that was quite appropriate for the theme today. And the fun part is we're going to find out that some of our spouses are in the hobby with us and some of them are not. And we also are going to find out what our other parts hobbies are and how we actually make it work within our households. That sounds good, guys?
Sounds great.
All right.
I don't think this is one of the questions, Brandon, but I'm going to ask you, how long have you been in the hobby?
Well, originally I became a fish keeper when I was pretty young. My earliest memories of being a fish keeper was riding a bicycle. Now, parents used to let kids kind of roam and do things back then. And I remember taking my bicycle and riding it across town. We lived in a small town next to a pretty small city. So a town next to a city. And I used to ride it across town, and we had to cross a river into the city. I used to go to the local fish store that was there, and I would have been somewhere right around 2 years old. We had just moved to that home. Situation in our families had changed. And so I didn't have a whole lot of friends yet or anything and stuff, but I always enjoyed pets, and we always had pets. We had lived in the country previously and had a lot of animals around. And when we moved to the city or the town, we didn't really have any pets. We had a little family dog. And so I went to go to the pet store so I could still sort of see animals. And that's where I discovered fish at about 10 years old. And the person that had the local fish store then, he was willing or put up with me anyway, while I tried to learn a little bit from him about fish back then. So that's 30 years ago.
Wow.
That's exciting. And you're a cichlid keeper too, right?
For the most part, I like South American, Central American cichlids. Yeah. I don't keep cichlid. When people hear cichlids, they always think African cichlids. And I've kept African cichlids, but they're not really my thing at all. I like South American and Central American freshwater cichlids.
Well, thank you. I'm looking over. Diego says it looks like Rod and I are in separate rooms, but this is the closet door behind us.
Oh.
I could put the green screen behind us. He said it makes it look like we're in two different rooms because you have better lighting on you too.
Yeah.
We also want to welcome Madfish D. Okay, we said that. Melvin's 411 Legacy is in Phoenix for Aquatic. I'm sorry, Melvin. Phoenix Aquatic 411 Legacies in the house. We got Pam at 54 Punchy. We have ASAP Fishing 1. We have Down the Wormhole D. And Brandon, I do mail to Canada and Norway, Sweden, England. I mail wherever my postal service won't charge me an arm and a leg.
I'm always jealous of, I see everybody with all the stickers in their fish room, the little 2-inch square stickers. And I think, wow, I wish I had all those stickers. Nobody's ever sent me a single sticker, not one. I mean, I've ordered a bunch of people's shirts and all that, but it's just, I think it's easier within the States to kind of exchange them with each other. And I don't have myself to give anybody, so I guess it's not fair anyway, so.
Well, that's not important.
Yeah.
I've always put out the invitation that if you want a sticker, you just email me and we'll get one to you. But you're going to get one today. Compliments of participating with us today.
So does Angie keep tanks too?
We can't ask that question.
Oh. I'll just sit here.
He hasn't looked over the questions today.
Okay.
We'll ask that later.
I'll behave.
We've got Ono's Fish Corner in here. Hello, Ono. Good to have you with us. We've got D Down the Wormhole is also from Canada, but she's over on what you call the western side of Canada, I do believe, unless I'm completely wrong. Is she close to you, Brandon? D Down the Wormhole?
She's the opposite end of the country.
Okay.
I mean, somebody that's familiar with the U.S., looking at the U.S. map, you know, Canada is, you know, I mean, it's a little bigger country actually, but it's about the same width, right? So like one lays over top of each other. And so all the way at the East Coast where Maine would be, well, New Brunswick's right next to me. D's at the other end, you know, so I mean, it's the opposite end of the country as well. We have provinces where you have states. So, I mean, the reason you're called the United States, in case anybody in the States doesn't know, is you were all individual little countries brought together and formed the United States. Well, Canada never had states. It was always a country divided into provinces. So we have provinces here. Same idea as having states. We just don't have as many. We've got like 13 versus where you have 50. So. And
larger landmass too, isn't it?
A little bit, but that's mostly because we're taller. And we have more water as well. So actual landmass, I don't know if that's really quite true because we have a lot more waterways. You know, we have so like we share the Great Lakes, but more Great Lakes that are in Canada than in the US, even though we share some of them. So we have a lot of waterways. So it's a little bigger, but not necessarily. Now, per capita, if you look at it that way, there's far fewer people in Canada than in the US. So as a result, you know, if you look at it that way, yes, there's more land mass like per person, right? Yeah.
I want to say hi to Passion for Pets. Lisa's in the house. I also want to say hi to who else did I see come in? I believe Scott at Fancy Tail Aquatics came in. And if any of the mods want to share any of our links, go right ahead and share our channel links because that will be added to the description after we finish streaming today. And I will be adding Brandon's Mr. B's Fish and Things channel. And you can share my links that are also in the description and my website, slcaquatics.org. We thank you for everyone being patient while we're waiting for others to log on. If not, we're going to roll here in a few minutes. And of course, I can't keep up with chat, Brandon. You know that. Eileen Queen.
They're talking amongst themselves and everybody's saying hello. They're all finding their stickers for me. That's pretty cool.
That's good. You're gonna start a collection.
That'd be neat.
We got Simply Better in the house. Hey, Taylor. Canada is mostly rocks and trees, she says.
Don't forget, we all have sled dogs and we live in igloos.
Yeah. And you speak French, right?
Now, see, the part is, if you look at, there's a play on my name. It's Mr. B's Fish and Things. Well, that's a B, and now not to be offensive, but that's actually B apostrophe S, because my name is Brandon Saunier. Saunier is a French last name, and so that's a BS, which you guys can figure that out as well. But yeah. Mr. B's Fish and Things. So that's what the initials actually stand for, is Brandon Saunier.
So it's pronounced Saunier.
The L is silent. It's Saulnier, but it's Saunier, and it's French for it has to do with salt. So if you were way back when and you did something with salt, you'd be a salter. Well, that's what that means. Now, the funny part about that is I am a salter because I plow snow in the winter, and we have to salt things.
Awesome. Johan is in the house. Hello, Johan. Let's see. Jesse, HC Aqua, did you see he put hashtag send Mr. B stickers?
Cool.
That's cool. Well, I'm not going to let much time go by. It's now 5:15 on my clock. It is 7:15 there where you're at, Brandon, correct?
Yes, 7:17 here I have.
Okay. I don't have a timer. My husband may be able to set up a timer.
Can on my phone.
And I do believe we're going to go ahead. If any of the other couples that are in the chat would like to participate in this. Sorry about that, guys. If you'd like to participate, I can share the link. So Taylor, is your other half available that would like to participate? Jesse, is your other half available? Who else is a couple that would like to participate so that we can get going? Aquatic Express, Donald is in the house. How are you, Donald? Everybody's doing good. Are you packing, getting ready to move from Alabama over to Texas, or are you already on Texas soil?
What do you want me to set the timer for?
How long do y'all feel like it's going to take to answer a question? 15 seconds?
Depends on the question. How long-winded we might be.
How long did they do it on Newlywed Game?
Don't know.
Was it?
You had to answer right away.
You had to answer right away? I thought you had like 15 or 30 seconds.
I don't think 30, but maybe 15.
Yeah, 30 is actually a long time. Even 15 is a long time.
Okay. All right. So we'll say answer as quick as possible, and the buzzer goes off in 15 seconds. How about that?
Okay.
All right, Joseph, how about you and your sweetheart? Would y'all like to play on the live stream Google with us today?
I think there's a situation there right now.
Yeah, I see. HC Aqua says, too bad my wife's at work. What y'all talking about? All right, Taylor, this is a FISHFAM couples live stream. And those who want to participate live on the Google, well, I'll share the link with you. You can come and answer the questions. And this is about those that are in the hobby together and those who have separate hobbies. And we're going to be asking different questions. And the couple with the most correct answers will win a big grand prize, and then the second runner-up would have the second place, third runner-up would be the third place, and everybody receives a certificate and a complimentary SLC Aquatics sticker for participating. Did I say something funny, Angie and Brandon?
Yeah, we were just commenting as you were telling us about the rules, and I told her, I said, geez, I think we're in first right now. Of course, I think we're
What did he say?
They're in first right now. It cut out after that.
Oh, yeah, your audio cut out. Pam says Buddy is sleeping. Well, go wake him up. Never mind, he might be grouchy. Let's see. Island Queen says, I'm here lurking as I do water changes. And then Lisa says, my other half is mad at me today, so no couples thing happening for us. Oh, I hope y'all make up. And HC got it. I need a nap too.
Yes.
All right. Well, we're going to get started with Angie and Brandon today. You got your clock set. This is first for the non-fish keeper. So is there anyone in the house that's a non-fish keeper?
in our house?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Your mother.
Yeah, well, my mom's with us right now, and she doesn't keep fish, although at the same time, she's set up in the fish room. That's why we're not there.
All right. So this may or may not work, but this is for the spouse who does not keep fish. So I'm gonna present this to Angie to answer these questions about Brandon. Okay.
Okay.
So Angie, you ready to write down your answers? There's going to be 5 questions, but we're only going to answer one at a time. Okay, you can put number 1 beside it and then answer it. Okay, does that make sense? I always make things more complicated than they are.
Always.
But the number 1 question for Angie is name one of your spouse's hobbies. Go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Done.
All right. Dismiss. Number 2, Angie. How often do you support his hobby? Always, often, or occasionally? Number 3, you ready?
Go ahead.
What is your spouse's favorite flower?
Flower. Ooh. I don't know.
3,
2, 1, 0.
Number 4. What is your spouse's favorite vacation type? Mountains, ocean or beach, or neither? Ocean and beach is one answer. Mountains, ocean or the beach, or
7,
neither?
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You got it?
Got it.
Number 5. What influences your spouse the most? Self-achievement, compassion, or competition?
Say that again.
What influences your spouse the most to do anything? It's either self-achievement, compassion, or competition.
Okay.
That was quick.
All right. Okay, Brandon.
Okay, my turn.
We need you. I guess you should have, in your mind, be answering the same question.
Yeah.
So do you need me to repeat those questions for you? And this is what you would answer. Number 1, name one of your hobbies.
Okay.
Number 2, how often do you support your hobby? Always, often, or occasionally?
What was her hobbies?
Nope. He's got to answer
Okay.
this question.
I'm with you.
Okay.
Number 3, what is your favorite flower?
Okay.
See, Angie, he didn't have a problem. This is going to be fun. Number 4, what is your favorite vacation type, Brandon? Is it mountains, the ocean, and the beach, or neither one?
Okay.
And the 5th one is, what influences you the most? Self-achievement, compassion, or competition?
Okay.
All right, Angie, first, give us the answer to number 1.
Can we see it?
Yeah.
Race cars. Brandon, what was your answer?
Oh, can't see it.
Can't see it.
Race cars? All right.
All right. Ding, 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 ding.
There's 1 point for you two. Number 2, Angie, how did you answer number 2? Always, often, or occasionally? Always. Brandon? And your answer is often. Ooh. No points there. Okay, he's going to be the sound effects. All right, Angie, number 3. What is your spouse's favorite flower?
I don't know.
Okay. Brandon? A lily. All right. Number 4, Angie. Mountains, ocean, and beach, or neither?
Ocean and beaches.
All right. Brandon? Ocean
All right.
and beaches.
Ding, 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 ding,
We get
ding.
another point.
We got 2 out of you, 50%.
Number 5, Angie. Self-achievement, compassion, or competition?
Competition is what I put. Number C.
All right.
What?
Compassion.
Compassion. Sound effects. All right, guys. So you've got 50% of the...
Here?
Say it again, Brandon.
We're about 50%? No, it's 5 questions, so it can't be, right?
Yeah, no, you're under.
That's all right. You've got a time to redeem yourself.
Okay.
Y'all still got some paper?
Yep.
Okay, we got somebody who came in the chat. Multi-tank addiction. Susan, I thought I was going to be at a different time. We are here. Oh, I'm so sorry. Chris, are you and Wenda available? I sent the link to your email. You have time to redeem yourself, Chris, if you want to join us. So come on in.
Well, Brandon put something up.
What'd you put up, Brandon?
I was just reading the chat. I'm responding to the chat off and on.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Trying to save paper.
Yep.
All right, John.
Well, I did. I wrote all my answers on 1 page, so I saved paper.
Okay, great.
My printer, so you know.
Yep, that's what I did. I stole paper from the printer. Let's see, guys. People are sharing your channel and my channel. Thank you very much.
Awesome. We got some great people in here anyway.
We really do. How many we got?
The circle, in a way, to me, got a little bit smaller recently. But it's a better circle than it was for a little while with the FISHFAM, if you want to call it that.
I agree. And it happens like that, you'll see growth come, and then some of the circles, like you said, get smaller and more intimate. And then I hate to say it, but then sometimes there's a falling out and a new growth. So
I don't know necessarily anything super duper ugly that's happened recently or anything like that, but people have kind of found their little niches and their own little cliques, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, people are happy with people of their own tastes and kinds and thought processes, right?
It happens with everything.
Yep.
all right. Chris, are you going to be able to join us? There was no link in the email I got. So I am going to actually put the link in the chat. Okay, guys? And if anybody shows up that doesn't belong here, I'll just have to boot you.
You've got a half a dozen mods anyway. They'll take care of it.
Yeah, they'll handle it. All right, there's the link, Chris, in the chat, and I'm hoping that your Google Hangout app will open up with that.
Come and play, Chris.
Yeah, today we can be kids and just play. Okay, how long have you two been married?
15 years.
Well, hey, great.
Congratulations. Rod and I are coming up on 19 in here. There he is.
There you go, Chris.
Hey, Chris, and hey, Wenda. Is it Wenda or Wendy?
Wendy.
Wendy? Where do I get Wenda? Is that on Facebook?
Her real name is Wenda, but she goes by Wendy.
Wendy. Wendy, this is my husband, Rod.
Hi, Wendy.
Wendy and Chris. Multi-tank addictions.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Rod.
Hey. Well, I'm born in Alabama, so I talk really slow.
That's okay. I was born in southern Missouri, so I'm used to it.
Okay.
Because they talk really slow there, too.
Well, I want to welcome you guys. I hope you all have a sheet of paper each and a pencil to write with, because if Angie and Brandon don't mind taking a rest, I'm going to repeat the same question. So you guys help watching the chat for me, Brandon.
No, I don't write with my color pencil. Sorry.
All right, thanks. Let me know when you're ready.
I got to find me a pencil because I gave her my only other pencil.
Well, y'all might have to share it, Chris. After she writes, she hands you the pencil.
All right.
Unless the puppy can go find you one.
Top of the pencil box. Just don't press super hard, okay?
See if you had a Galaxy Note.
Okay.
I don't. You're not gonna mess up your thing.
And we found out through trial and error that when I'm asking Wendy the question, you go ahead and answer on your paper too, but don't let her see your answers, okay? And Wendy, don't let him see your answer, okay?
Okay.
Kind of like the newlywed thing.
Okay.
All righty, y'all ready?
Yes.
Okay. Let me find my sheet. All right. Wendy, number 1. Name one of your spouse's hobbies. And Chris, now, Chris, we know you've got at least 3 that the public knows. So which one is she going to put down?
I don't know.
Just his name gives you his answer.
Are you doing the 15-second?
Oh.
Rod's forgot.
Okay.
You ready?
Okay, I got that.
Number 2, Wendy, how often do you support his hobby? Always, often, or occasionally? And Chris, how often does she support your hobby? Always, often, or occasionally? Tell me when you're ready.
Okay, go ahead.
Number 3, What is your spouse's favorite flower, Wendy? Chris, what is your favorite flower?
And I'm surprised.
Okay.
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 What am I at? Number 4?
Number 4.
I'll mute you, Brandon. Don't worry about it. It won't happen again. Number 4. What is your spouse's favorite vacation type, Wendy? Is it mountains, ocean and beach, or neither? Chris, what's your favorite vacation type? Mountains, which would include the woods, ocean and beach, and or neither. And
Okay, we got that.
all right, number 5. What influences your spouse the most, Wendy? Is it self-achievement? Is it compassion? Or is it competition? Chris, what influences you the most? Self-achievement, compassion, or competition?
Well, that's a hard one.
Because it's all of them.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Got it?
All right.
I got
Now-
mine already, so.
Okay. Brandon, I am going to unmute you again.
Okay.
All right. Welcome back. I know.
Hey.
See you guys.
All right. Now I'm going to ask Wendy first to hold up her answer to question number 1, or tell us, if it doesn't show on the camera, you can verbally say it out loud.
Fish.
And Chris?
I put aquariums.
Same
All right.
answer.
Judges,
That's,
is that a yes?
Ding,
yeah.
ding, ding.
Ding,
Yeah,
ding, ding.
ding, ding, ding.
All right. I'm going to have to. Okay, this is for. I needed individual sheets. Let's see.
You can put it down.
Brandon
Brandon
and
them got
Angie got
3 out of 5.
2 out of 5.
Thought 3.
2.
3.
And so. Chris
I
and
think Rod's right.
huh?
I think Rod was right.
They got 3. They got the hobbies.
She said C and he said compassion. So that was.
Oh,
Oh, look at that. We're both wrong.
yeah. Never follow me.
Hey, but you'll have fun.
I got the car guy.
Yeah. Huh?
You're another car guy. We got to go with you.
Okay.
Okay, well, so far standing, Brandon and Angie have 2, and Wendy and Chris have 1, and we are going down the list with them. So, number 2, how often do you support their hobby? Wendy, often, always, or occasionally?
Always.
I put always.
All right, there's a point. Another point.
Ding, 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 ding.
Number 3, what is your spouse's favorite flower, Wendy?
Purple iris.
Chris?
Purple iris.
All right.
Ding, ding, ding.
Cool.
Well, that's a.
Hey, I got purple irises in my yard also.
I'm coming over to your house.
Better get here before I start the lawnmower up. When we first got married and I started cutting grass, and she was like, "Where's my purple iris bed?" It's like, there isn't one. She's like, "It's supposed to be out there." It's like, it's not anymore. All we can do is wait for it to grow back. I didn't know.
Oh no.
That's funny because I generally do the lawn here. We have a big lawn, by the way. We mow about 1.5 acres of grass.
Wow.
And we have an awful lot of lawn. And so we have multiple lawn mowers, like ride-on lawn mowers. And we have a tractor with a big thing on the back of it. When I say a tractor, I don't just mean a ride-on tractor. We get a couple of ride-on tractors, a couple of it takes all day to do the grass here. Angie's trying to run over a bush in the yard that I keep trying to preserve. She's run over damn thing, and I'm like,
this train goes by, we'll get signal
Uh-oh.
back, everybody. I don't know why it interfered. Isn't that crazy? We're not on Wi-Fi. We are hardwired, but every time a train comes by, it affects my internet.
Huh. That's weird.
That is fun.
Okay. Thank you, Brandon, and everybody. Going back to question number 4. Wendy, what is your spouse's favorite vacation type? Mountains, ocean and beach, or neither?
Mountains.
Chris?
Mountains.
These guys are knocking it out of the ballpark. All right.
Chris.
And number 5, Wendy's answer is self-achievement, compassion, or competition.
Compassion.
Me.
That's all right, guys. Y'all are
You got
doing
4 out
it.
of 5.
Ain't bad at all.
Yeah.
That is wonderful. Everybody give yourself a hand clap. There is really no winners or losers. We're all going to win here today. Some's going to get a grand prize, but we're all going to win. And if anybody else has come into the chat, Brandon, have you seen anybody?
I don't think so. There's some of them are sort of out. You might get somebody say something, but nobody said that they want to join right now.
All right. Dee says, my hubby mowed over a whole tree of mine. Oh, my goodness.
You have to make everything clear to me.
Yeah, Char says, Madfish Diva says, pruning.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
They look much better since I did it.
That's the questions that I have for now, even though I do have some bonus questions. So I'm trying to think how to do this because Chris and Wendy have 4. Brandon and Angie have 2. So I think a bonus question should be worth 5 points, don't you?
Chance to redeem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make the bonus question worth 5 points. And you're not going to know what the question is until you tell me what list you want it to come from. I have 2 lists. So I'm going to Brandon and Angie. I have a fish keeper and a non-fish keeper question.
We're both fish keepers. The bonus.
But it's 2 different lists.
Okay.
And 2 different questions.
Number 1.
From the non-fish keeper list?
Yep.
Okay. All right, you 2. Drum roll.
Let's answer this.
Yeah.
This is worth 5 points.
Okay.
And you have to get it.
So it'll be about Angie then.
This one is a fill in the blank.
Okay. Fill in the blank.
Kind of. No, it's not fill in the blank. What is it called when you have to? There's no choices. So you have to give the correct answer. It has to be, okay?
Okay.
This is a hard one. Okay, here's the question. Even though you may have different hobbies, which you do not, well, I'm sure you still have different hobbies.
I have different hobbies, yes.
Yeah, even though you have different hobbies, what is the success of your relationship? Blank.
Well, that's a hard one.
That's what I
What's the
thought.
success of your
I do not envy you on that question.
I forgot I wrote that one.
You're done already?
Oh, I think we're in trouble.
He answered it instantly.
Can you read it?
Oh,
Would
no.
you attribute the success of our marriage to, if you had to say one thing? That's more or less the question.
Communication.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and the judges, I need the judges in case we're close and not exactly the same answer. So I do need the judges to be alert to their answer. Let me know when you are ready.
I'm ready. Let's go.
We're ready.
Okay, Brandon, go first.
Communication. Communication is the key to a successful relationship, be it marriage or anything.
Yeah.
Use this Sharpie. That way they can see.
And Angie?
Communication.
Also,
Nice.
Easy one for us because that's a big thing here.
and I agree with that.
Yeah.
So you have redeemed yourself. You are now leading with 7 points.
Dude, go lay down.
And because they chose that question, guess what, Wendy and Chris? You don't get that question.
Yay!
You wrote it.
I know, but there's one over here.
Okay.
She's like, this is hard.
And the other one's too easy, so I'm going down my tiebreaker list. I have 15 over here.
Huh? It's up to you.
Okay. All right. 1 through 6. Pick a number. Chris?
3.
3's the number.
Wendy, 1 through 6. Pick a number.
6.
Okay. Wendy, this is your question. When you are on the phone, who are you talking to the most? Chris, answer that question.
Oh.
And Wendy.
You got this one, Chris.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. And because Chris picked number 3, here's your question, guys. What is a nickname that your spouse has for you? So, Wendy, answer the nickname that Chris has for you. And Chris, tell us the nickname you have for Wendy.
This is family rated, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I got the mute.
Okay.
I got the mute button ready. All right.
Don't have to beep us. We're fine.
Okay. Chris, you go first with the answer to who is she talking to on the phone.
I put her brother.
Wendy?
I put my mom.
Okay,
But it's true with my brother.
that's half off. So this bonus question is now worth 2.5. Got you? Are y'all with me? Number 3, Wendy. What is his nickname for you?
Babe.
Chris?
Babe.
All right, you got 2.5 points added to
Brandon and Angie win. Woohoo!
Yep, sure
oh
do.
my goodness.
By half a point.
Half a point.
By half a point. Congratulations,
Scooped
guys.
it out at the end.
Congratulations. I hope y'all have had fun.
Y'all should make her answer the questions.
Y'all came in late, so every participant receives a certificate of participation. I will mail it to you in the mail.
There you go.
Woo!
Okay? And a SLC Aquatics sticker.
Nice. That'll be cool. We'll frame that.
I needed a new
Do we
sticker.
get 2 stickers? I want one.
She wants
Yeah.
a sticker too.
Yes, I will send 2. I have
She has
100.
some.
Also,
Thank you.
the winner today is Mr. B's and Things, Mr. and Mrs. Bees. Mr. B's is Angie and Brandon. Yay!
Yay!
My phone is mute.
Good job, Chris.
Good job, Angie.
Good job.
Here.
That's Miss Angie.
Did you see Chris's video?
Can she hear me?
Yes.
Or can she see me?
Okay.
All right, can you all
This picture down here.
I have a
see?
Yes.
Where's
That's what they can see.
Can y'all see me?
Wendy. Can we ask?
Zygo.
She didn't get you.
Can you all hear us?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, this is the grand prize, Brandon and Angie. I don't know if there's going to be any problem shipping it across the border, but I want to show you what you've won.
Okay.
And I will have to check into the
Lay down.
person, but it is a
Lay down.
SLC Aquatics.
There you go. Wendy. Susie.
Yeah, we got Susan Q and John joining us. Hold on, guys. We are giving, we've had our question and answer, and I'm giving Brandon and his wife Angie won the prize of the question and answer. And this is their gift that they have received.
Now we all back and watch them answer.
Something's.
Yeah, it's a little difficult right now hearing everyone because everyone's talking. So Brandon, can you repeat what you said?
What's her mug? Oh.
Brandon, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
Can you repeat what you said, and then we'll welcome Susie and John in.
That's all I was saying was that Susie and Dawn has joined us. I was just commenting on that.
Okay, thank you. Susie and John, we want to welcome you into the chat tonight. I'm sorry you were a little late for the games, but we
weren't late. We saw the whole thing. We were trying to connect the whole time.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I sent the links out 15 minutes before 5. And I know everybody's schedule was different. We hope that you all had a good Valentine's weekend.
We did.
And I wanted to let you guys know as well, John, if you haven't met my husband, Rod, this is Rod.
Hi, John.
Nice
I
to
think
meet
you
you,
met
sir.
Susie.
I've seen her before.
But everybody that participated today receives a certificate of participation in the mail. I will mail it to you. And 1 or 2 stickers, however many stickers. Huh?
2 stickers.
2 stickers, Rod says.
That's a couple things.
Patient.
Now, isn't she the one with the motorcycle?
Yes, I am.
Oh. Well, was that sound you trying to ship it to me in Alabama? Because I'll ride it for you.
We're in a big time delay. And you just said
Susie rides motorcycle.
Does your husband ride too?
yes, he does.
You got what do you have for a bike?
I have a Dyna Wide Glide 2006.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah.
You all have nice bikes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a lot of fun. We're waiting for the weather to break.
Yeah.
Well, guys, did you all want to participate in some of the questions?
Yeah, we're good.
I'm just doing my part, as they say.
I was glad she did them so that I didn't have to answer because I'm horrible at this stuff.
Well, I hope you all have had fun, and those who participated, again, thank you for participating. Chris is plugging in the mic for Wendy. Chris, you plugging in a mic for Wendy?
I haven't had a cigarette since Wednesday morning, so
Nice job, Chris.
Good job.
That's awesome, Chris.
That's insane.
He hasn't had a cigarette in 30 seconds.
Trust me, I've been smoking for 30 plus years, so
Wow.
I have never gone more than 24 hours without a cigarette.
Wow.
That's awesome, guys. Those of you that are trying, it's quite an honor.
Okay, go back. I can't do anything for you.
Lay down, dude. Duke, lay down. The dog doesn't like us being in the fish room, especially together.
Wendy,
Okay.
check your mic, hon. Wendy.
What?
No, I muted the mic so that you didn't hear me yelling at the dog.
Okay. It got loud for a minute. Okay, guys, I really hope y'all had fun, and I wanted to know if anybody in the chat had any questions, because now we're not quizzing each other. So what questions that I do ask, you're not under any kind of I don't know, hammer or anything. So I wanted to get to know Brandon and Angie a little bit more, since we found out that you both are fish keepers.
Yep.
Angie, what kind of fish do you breed or keep?
Right now, I have a tank of green Severums and a red spotted Severum. They're breeding. And then
You have babies.
tank, I have a blue Para, Severums, convicts, parrot, green terror,
Suckerfish. Oh, okay, that's cool. And Brandon, did you also keep guppies or any live bearers?
Yeah, we've got mollies and guppies as live keep. Pretty much everything that's here breeds. If it's here, it breeds for the most part. Not a lot of community tanks. We have a couple of community tanks, but we don't have very many community tanks. We used to do all community tanks, and now most of the tanks in the house are almost species-specific tanks with very few fish in it. We used to stuff as many fish as we could in, all community tanks and all that, and it's like you sort of change your style of fish keeping over time. Yeah.
That's awesome. What's the largest aquarium that you guys have?
Like 200-ish gallons. There's, I don't know the exact measurements on some of them, but like 6-foot aquariums. We've got a couple of 6-foot aquariums in the house. Almost all of the aquariums that we have are tanks that I built or rebuilt or took parts of other tanks or something like that and made them. Angie's the only one actually who has brand new bought and store tanks. Those are the ones behind us. That's 275s.
Okay. Did you have any questions?
No, I don't know anything about fish.
Well, how about race cars? Race cars. He's a race car guy.
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't thinking. I just like cars, and I'm not
as well. I mean, it's I'm a tinkerer. Sort of a hobby mechanic type of thing, or carpentry or whatever. Jack of all trades, maybe, is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Good with my hands. My family on both sides of my mom and my dad's family was always good with their hands, and it just sort of comes naturally to me to tinker with things and work on build things or construction, something like that.
I'm a disassembler and then figure out I shouldn't have done that.
Good thing we're on cars, because Angie's good at smashing them up lately.
Oh my goodness. I guess you've had a wreck lately, huh?
Yeah, I tried to use a hazard my truck over a guardrail.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's terrible. I hope you're okay.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to ask, does everybody have a few more minutes to stay with us, or are you in a rush?
We're in a hurry.
We're good.
We're good.
We had nothing else this evening. This is a good evening.
Stream.
Good. Well, Susie, you and John are next. I would like to hear a little bit about John's hobbies. We know you are Q Aquatics and Exotics, so we know you have fishes and turtles and all kinds of things. So, John, we want you to feel welcome as well. I don't know if you've seen Rod's 87 Conquest or anything like that.
No, I'm always heating and air conditioning, so I'm
Always busy.
Too. I got commercial HVAC. I work with a company, plus I do a lot of other stuff on the side, and I have a big truck that I'm working on.
What kind of truck?
Okay, yeah.
It's a 07 F-250 Super Duty Lariat, and it's almost completely restored. I had the frame and everything done to it. I had it painted, wheels.
Wow.
A lot. I got probably $20,000 in it.
Wow.
So
she didn't look like she knew that.
Yeah, I can't say nothing about the fish.
you had to see it.
I work constantly, so I'm always working, and there's always plenty of money for fish. So, and then we have the bikes that we ride, and other than that, that's pretty much it. I can't really sit still, so it's either the truck or the bike or work, but not really. Or it's just watching TV and listening to Susie make movies in the background.
I know that feeling.
I always text Rod and I say, "Do not disturb. I'm streaming."
Yeah.
And then when I'm through, I'll text him and say, "Done."
Yeah. And if I come in, she gets mad. But if I'm doing something, she can disturb me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like I'm sitting.
What you're doing is really not important.
It's not. Yeah.
I understand.
I'm sitting out here trying to change the alternator, and I'm in the middle of upside down underneath this small Japanese car, and she's like, "Babe, let me show you this video." And it's like, is the video going somewhere before I finish this?
Yeah. And watch your extension cord. They need them for the fish tank.
Oh man, I just got a whole bunch to stop her from messing with mine.
Yeah. I know. I got stuff that just goes missing.
Yep. I walk into Home Depot and they just hand me extension cords.
That's too funny.
You gotta hide the tools.
Yep. And see her, if she goes to like a store, I can give her the credit card and tell her to go berserk and she's not gonna come back. But if she goes to Home Depot, I have to go with her.
Yeah.
Racks and screws and PVCs.
She picks stuff up and she's like, "Oh, I like this." And it's like, "What is it?" "I don't know, but I like it."
Yeah, exactly.
Most of the time, one after.
The fish one.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Well, good to have you with us tonight, guys, and happy Valentine's to everyone.
Yes.
And I appreciate you taking time out. I hope y'all have had some dinner together or a lunch together or something.
Yeah,
we went to one of those fancy places where the chef cooks it right in front of you, like
the Japanese.
Yeah, the hibachi place.
Yeah, Japanese.
Fun.
Did they throw the shrimp at you?
Oh, he was not fond of that.
Yeah, like
that's her.
Or something, like on a cocktail. I just really.
Throw the food to where I pick it up and I feed myself. Yeah.
Yeah. We can't go back to Japanese anymore.
I didn't want to go.
It's too funny. Okay, over to Chris and Wendy. All right, guys.
Chris and Wendy.
Yeah. Now, Rod is just now. He knows who Chris is, but Wendy, we want to know what some of your hobbies are. Do you actually get involved in the fish room, or do you pretty much let him do that?
I pretty much let him do that.
What kind of hobbies do you have?
Gardening, coloring in coloring books.
That's good.
Yeah.
Taking care of kids.
Yeah. Don't you have 2 grown boys or more?
We have 4.
4?
4 boys?
I have 2 boys, and she has a boy and a girl. And the youngest one is my son, and he's 17, about to turn 18.
Congratulations. Almost almost out of the house, huh?
No, they're all still living in the house.
See you.
Oh, no, the oldest one moved out.
See,
First
you're a nice parent. I was mean enough to my kids where all of them have moved far away from here.
I tried when Crystal turned 18. It just didn't work. I
Yeah,
said, whatever, Dad. Okay.
A girl's hard because I'm too easy on my girls. And both of them are my one stepdaughter, the youngest, she was so spoiled. Her and her husband got in arguments over how much she kept saying, my daddy washes my car. My daddy gets the oil changed. He's like, look, you're not married to your daddy. But I didn't want them to have a bad, like, don't accept a man who doesn't do anything for you. Mm-hmm. And I raised my son really hard so that he would be on. I didn't want somebody else's daughter to get a sorry man. So, but I raised him. My mom, I was raised as, my dad died when I was a baby, so I really didn't have a male role model. And I grew up with like 6 sisters and about 14 nieces.
Oh, Lord.
So I didn't know how to work on anything or do anything. And it was hard on me when I got into the Air Force because I didn't know anything that guys should know. And so when I raised my son, because of what I went through, I didn't want, so I taught him, I was a commercial window glazer, so I know how to use a lot of tools and I became good with my hands. And so I taught him how to use everything that I have. And he works on his own stuff now. He does a lot and he helps a lot of people. And taught him also, if someone needs your help, because one day you may be that person. So, but my daughters, they're rotten. I don't have a problem with it. And even when I yelled at one and she looked for a second and then she busted out laughing because she know I was playing because I never yell at them.
Yeah, I tell Crystal she's grounded all the time. She's almost 21 years old. She'll come downstairs. Okay, I got to go to work. Nope, you're grounded.
That's good.
Okay, whatever, Dad.
I wanted to go back to the chat because when Brandon and Angie left us for a few minutes, Mr. B said he tried to teach Angie to ride the motorbike 20 years ago, and she was doing good up until the first little bobble, and then she got discouraged, and she has ridden on the back ever since. I feel you, Angie. I really do.
It's fun being on the front.
Yeah, I tried to convince her that I like it once she got the hang of it, and you know how much more fun she would have than just riding on the back of it.
Go lay down.
I had to talk to her.
He wants us to be out of this room. He doesn't want us in this room.
I'm sorry. Go ahead again.
Yeah. Do you all have like a rural area you can ride in? Oh.
Lost your mic, Brandon.
Can you hear us? No?
Now you can.
Now I can.
Okay.
I muted Chris and Wendy.
Okay. Yeah, no, she didn't even want to learn to drive a car years ago. And when we first got together, I convinced her. I said, like, you need to learn to drive a car. And it took a little while to talk her into learning to drive a car. And then I bought her first car, and I brought it home, and I deliberately taught her to drive a standard. And I brought her home this little car, and I parked it in the yard, and she came out, and she said, oh, my God, I love it. It's so cute. It's great. Little car, little 4-door car. And she went over and got in it. She said, that's the standard. I'm not driving that. I said, well, listen, here's the keys. Here's the car. When you want to go somewhere, you know how to drive a standard. You've got a license. You know what you're doing. And that lasted for about 3 days that she pouted and she wouldn't drive that car. And finally, she had to go somewhere, and I refused to drive her. And once she went out with it for the first drive, she promptly drove the tires right off.
Well, I'm sorry. If I have to get out of first gear, I'm just going to park it. That's my life. I think Brandon also says that he said they have one left at the house. So how old is that one, Brandon?
Our youngest son is 17 years old. He's a very mature 17-year-old. We're extremely proud of him. Like he graduates this year at 17, normally kind of like
Wow.
graduate. And he works for me part-time. He's also in the military. And just we're really blessed. He's a good kid. And
Yeah.
And he's got his head on his shoulders pretty good. No problems at all. We have 3 kids. Relationship, and then we had our daughter together, and then our youngest son who's still at home, and we've done pretty good with all of them, you know, for the most part, and we're grandparents.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So no, we've been pretty lucky, and I was commenting earlier when they were talking about the kids, and Chris and Wendy were saying that, you know, all the kids are still home. And we joke about that because I'm saying that as soon as we can get the last one out, I kept saying I wanted to downsize. I wanted to get rid of the house before they came back with more.
Yeah.
But instead, we just keep filling all the spare rooms with fish tanks.
Yeah. Until Susan we did some renovations, and she's like, well, I want to make like 3 bedrooms out of this space. And it's like, no, because people will think they can come back.
I don't want them to move back in.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I want a bigger shop. Like I have a garage and a shop that you guys see sometimes on my other videos, or I suppose you guys don't really see it. I have another channel that stuff shows up in, and we do some stuff out the shop. And I want a bigger shop and a smaller house. Is kind of what I want.
Yeah, that's it. It gets to be too much house when it's just the 2 of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Susie and John, all right, come on and tell us a little bit more about you guys. I know you have your granddaughter there, your little sweetheart.
Yeah. Yep. I have 4 daughters.
Ouch.
26 to 36, and
Joke. Out.
yeah, most
Get
of
outta
them
here.
live back at home, and one just moved out.
Yeah, and I live by myself in an apartment.
Get out of here.
Distant area. And then I come see her from time to time.
There you go.
Her house is filled with fish tanks. And over here it's a little bit more
Streamlined.
dry. Yeah. we do have a 72-gallon bow front of salt water that I have, and we have a little nano tank, about 20 gallons, with some corals in it.
And the bearded dragon.
We have a bearded dragon. That's a full house for me. Okay.
Wow.
Now, when the bearded dragon don't get fed, I'll be on the couch eating something, and he just stares at me, you know, like frozen, like they do. Like it's uncomfortable, you know. So we have to go through time, but other than that, that's about as far as I get with the fish and the reptile. But we get along great. I mean, she could go home, she can spend hours in all the fish tanks, and she gets every fish she owns without looking at them on a piece of cardboard. And I don't know how she does that. Probably 300 fish, or God knows.
Wow.
And then I show up when something breaks, and obviously fix that, and then obviously keep contributing finances. And things are going good that way.
Hey, you do what works.
I'm afraid to fall asleep and drown over her. So I have to stay here. So we're looking for a really large place with a barn in the back, so we could keep our separate quarters during certain times, you know, with our hobbies and such. But I support her 100%. I don't mind at all.
That's a good.
That's awesome. Thank you so
I
much.
don't have kids, by the way. I have no kids.
Well, you've got borrowed kids, so
Once you get married, they're in your pocket just like they're your own anyway. So I never, because I always say my daughters and my sons, but they're my stepdaughters. But you caused me all the headaches of my regular blood kids would have. So I don't call you step anything, and they don't. Well, only one calls me stepdad, but
And that's Josh.
yeah,
But Josh has his own issues going on right now, and I appreciate everybody's prayers concerning him.
Yeah.
He's having complications with
diabetes.
He's 34. He's had 3 toes amputated.
Oh.
We just hope that the
Yeah.
doctor got a hit of all of that superbug. They said he had a superbug bacteria infection, which makes it antibiotics not work. So they're trying to find the right antibiotic that actually works. He needs to get under a doctor's care. That's my prayer.
Yeah.
But everybody, I hope y'all have been having fun. They've been having fun in the chat just as much as we have. Do y'all have anything that y'all want to ask each other? Go right ahead. I think this is
Or
great.
ask Susan.
No, I don't feel like talking today.
Yeah, but Susan, because he'll volunteer Susan for a question.
I do. I volunteer. I throw her under a bus all the time,
I would have failed.
and I'm really good at it.
Rod and I will be
Question.
19 years in April, and we're so polar opposites of each other
Everything.
that if we answered these questions, we wouldn't get any of them right.
No.
I don't even think
Even-
colored flower is my favorite.
Yeah. That's about the only thing I know.
Yeah. And what makes it work in our relationship, Brandon and Angie and Chris and Wendy and John and Susie, what makes it work, communication is very important. And he has to constantly stay on me about that because I'm thinking he can read my mind. Like, didn't you get inside my head and read what my thoughts were?
Yeah.
So I work on communicating. But our foundation is our faith in our Lord Jesus Christ. And even when we become, tense and angry with each other, he has his space to go to. I have my space to go to.
Sorry, that brought me a little bit too much joy.
Yeah, he's got I've got a fish room.
Yeah.
So
I just sit and do nothing and watch TV.
he goes to his nothing box. Do y'all know about the nothing box? Y'all need to watch that comedian's video.
Yeah. But we respect each other's space and hobbies, and mine more so takes me away from the house when I go to car shows and stuff. And I got friends that have serious car show cars. One of my friends got like 4 cars that have all won the World of Wheels.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they got really nice. And his son, his 2 sons and daughter, all of their cars win every show they go to. And so I hang with them and go with them different places. And we have a lot of cruise ins down here in Alabama that I like to attend because nobody else has my car. And so when she's here, like I think it's John that said, you have to support financially. So whatever she needs, we try to make sure she has. And I try to do a lot of odd jobs to take care of my hobby to make sure money's there for hers. And that's just it. Just letting each other be who you are. I'm not into fish and aquariums. Hadn't really tried to because our grandson, he knows all the fish's names. He's 4 or 5?
He's 5.
And he loves it. And then we have another grandson in Georgia who he's more stuck on me. But he's starting to change now. But I just like letting her, whatever she's happy with and will let me be at peace. Long as I can watch the basketball game, I'll pretty much let anything go.
Right.
Huh?
March Madness, man.
Yep. Waiting on it. And my wife has the best timing of, like, if you've watched the movie, She will come in 15 minutes before it ends when everything culminates that you've watched this whole movie for, and interrupt me then
What just happened?
With the most important news about her yo-yo loach. It's like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wendy likes to come in about halfway through and ask what she's missed.
Yeah.
I'm like, honey, I'm watching the movie. If you want to watch it, you can watch it with me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You should tell the story.
Yeah, pull it up on Netflix and watch the part you didn't see.
Well, guys, I want to tell you again, thank you so much for participating, and I will be contacting you. If I don't already have your mailing address, I will be asking for your mailing addresses. And again, congratulations to Angie and Brandon for being our winners tonight. Yay!
I got one question, Susan, before we go.
Go, Chris.
I just wanted to see who all's going to be going to Aquashella.
Yeah, anybody on the panel going to Aquashella? And then those in the chat, are you going to Aquashella?
Unfortunately, that's a no for us. We're not going to be able to go.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not even going to be around, I don't think. I'll probably be pretty far away.
You don't even know what it is, do you?
March the 30th and 31st, and John's going to make sure he's not around.
Yeah.
Are you going, Susie?
Susie, are you going? Susie, are you going?
I wish I was going. I don't think we're going to be able to make it to the one in Texas or Chicago, but I am saving up for Aquatic Experience.
Oh, okay.
And that's only about an hour drive. So that's really nice.
Yeah, that's an hour drive for Susie because she's in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
And Rick, Mr. Science Geek, says he's going to try to help me get to New Jersey if I can drive from Birmingham to Richmond, Virginia. He's going to help me get from Richmond to New Jersey. He's still got to get his wife's permission.
Looks like JH Aquatics says that he's going to be going to Aquashella. So
great. Yeah, Joseph's gonna make it. Awesome, guys. And if you have not done your video for hashtag Aquashella Fish Tube donation, you've got till March the 1st. That's the deadline to do a video, because the raffle that they do at Aquashella, they are donating all of their donations, and they expect between $20,000 and $40,000 to be raised in the raffle. So don't forget, when you're there at Aquashella, participate in that raffle so that the funds can go to either the Coral Restoration Fund or the Project Piaba. So make sure you do those videos and hashtag the description, and I hashtag the title. Hashtag Aquashella Fish Tube Donation. And it will be pulled up and accounted for. Thank you, Ron. Accounted for the donations. So do your little videos. And if you have any questions, some of us that have done our videos can help. Rod, thank you.
Everybody. I have to go to my recliner now. I just received a text from it.
Thank you. Thank you, honey.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, baby.
See ya. Well, we appreciate you guys for participating, and I love you all very much. Susan for SLC Aquatics, hashtag FISHFAM Mom loves you. And if you want to hang out after I stop broadcasting, stay in the Google, and we'll chit-chat for a few minutes. Everybody in the chat, thank you. Don't forget to hit that like button and share this link with all social media, because those that didn't make it really missed a blast. We love you guys. Bye-bye.